Hey folks, welcome back to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. On the trail today, well, not really the trail, but out in the woods, spending some quality time with Mother Nature. Got my pack with me, camera with me, and thinking about bushcrafting up a little shelter today. What do you guys think? Alright guys, step one, a small fire, get rid of the bugs. They're absolutely horrendous out here today. We're a day after a good heavy rain, and I think this is going to be a great setup here for a little bushcraft shelter. We'll get building. We'll use the rock as a heat deflector. Little fire pit right against the rock should take care of most of our bug problem. And yeah, that's it guys. Let's get it going. That wood shavings. Guys, the bugs, absolutely terrible. I would not be able to stay out here without a fire. They are brutal. Golly. Terrible. Spring in the woods in upstate New York. It's like mosquito and gnat mating season or some shit. It's terrible. So, without a smoky ass wet fire, it'd be just about impossible to do this without bugs in the eyes, ears, every orifice you could imagine. They're after me. But yeah, I think this is a good spot. Real good heat deflector here. We got these trees behind us. We can set ourselves up a ridge pole, debris hut off the back. That's the thought. We'll see how the execution goes. As you can see, the fat wood has failed. Everything here is soaking wet. It poured yesterday, it poured the day before. So, sometimes the natural methods don't want to work. Well, this one's kind of a natural method, but y'all have seen this video. And y'all have seen me struggle with this fire, so time to kick this sucker into high gear and get rid of some of these bugs. It's Mickwick time. ourselves a little log cabin around the Mickwick here. But guys, as soon as that fire goes out, the bugs just swarm you. And fire is a great way to keep the bugs away. Now Mickwick says no kindling, no tinder, but since I'm looking for a small fire, I just really need the Mickwick to light my tinder. Thanks Mickwick. Really appreciate you guys, and I really appreciate these fire starters. They're absolutely incredible. As wet as everything is, you guys saw me struggle with the fat wood last matches. All of it, none of it seemed to be working, so this will get the job done. Let's go gather some more firewood. So I've got the ridge pole spiked up between these two trees here and that little creek. That's a good spot for that. That ain't going anywhere. This side tied up with some 550 cord. That guy ain't going anywhere. We got our heat deflector and our fire. Thanks be to Mickwick fire starters. Saving my ass out here today from the bugs because they were freaking brutal. That little rock, that's a special little rock. We're gonna check out that little rock later. There's a reason I put that little rock there. But you guys saw me struggle with this fire. One Mickwick fire starter on some small stuff like this, and you're golden, baby. Let's get bushcrafting. All right, guys, as you can see, I'm in a little cedar grove here. Lots of cedar, lots of pine. This guy's a shagbark hickory that we got the shelter top tied off to. We got stone walls, moss, lots of leaves. I think we're just going to throw together a little debris hut. But I don't know if you guys can see all those cedar trees that are down there. It's going to make for a great backstop for our bushcrafted shelter here. Nice pole. Here we go, our first victim. It's a Gerber folding saw. It's definitely not the best saw on the market, but it's a heck of a saw for a pack. It packs down is super small, assembles really easy, and I've used it before. It cuts all right. Let's get her going. So now we're getting the gist of it here. It's just a little debris hut. Keep stacking your logs this way. There's so many leaves and moss and everything here. We can fill all these gaps with leaves and moss. It doesn't have to be airtight. The wind is from the west over my left shoulder. I plan on closing this end off also. Give us a nice little cove. The rock will reflect heat back into our shelter. Ground cloth here. Ideally, if I had a tarp in the bag, I'd tarp over this, then we'd be done already. Without the tarp, we'll do the brush over the top, brush over the sides. It's a work in progress, guys, but we got the bugs beat down and we got a heck of a head start here. Alright guys, as the rain starts, check out my little brush hut I built here. Lunch is on. Get some ramen noodles. They pack super light. But this is our firewall. It is it's taller than me. It's pretty big boulder here. Heck of a heat deflector. We got the side cut off. Got our beginnings of our brush hut here. And if I had more time today, I think we might be able to get it pretty close. But this shows the importance of having a tarp in your kit, guys. If I could have put a tarp over top of that, I'd have been good for the night with just those few poles. Keep a tarp, heavy duty ones. You don't want light duty in there. Light duty is just going to leave you wanting, you know, to patch all the holes that you leave in your tarp. So keep a tarp in your bag, guys. It's a valuable lesson, especially for me today. I do have a tarp in my bag, but I am certainly not going to sacrifice a $100 tarp to a bunch of pointy sticks. That being said, the Walmart, China Mart, whatever you want to call it, go there, grab a tarp, stuff it in your bag, like a 8x10. Something about that size would be perfect for this. I could have pulled it across everything and crawled up in here and been absolutely cozy. It's not a huge shelter by any means, but I can get down in here just fine. And bust off some of my stickies that are poking through here. And we feed the fire. And I think I could actually sleep pretty well in here with just like the bivy sack. The military sleep system. Definitely want to close off the end from critters. But we got the start on that one. But this is it. And lunch is almost ready, so I'll have to catch you guys later. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival.